Welcome back to the channel. I thought today we'd go back to Dragon Boat Basics, 101 Dragon Boat Basics. And the thing I'd like to cover is something we all started with, really, and it was how to actually hold a Dragon Boat paddle. So the T-bar end is pretty self-explanatory. Your top arm, that is this arm here, top arm, simply goes over, wraps around, and you would hold it like that. Some people have thumb over, some people have thumb under. Some people have a claw grip. Some people have a flat wrist. Whatever way you prefer, try both and see which one works for you. Personally, I prefer flat wrist, as I find I can get more body weight over the drive, over the downward motion. So that's your top arm. Your bottom arm, that's the hand that's gripping the actual shaft of the paddle. Now, there's something in dragon boating we call 1+1, and it talks about the position of that outside hand on the shaft of the paddle. So this is the 1 position here, and this is the 1+1 position here. So you're just coming up a fist length to your 1+1 position. So why do we have this thing called 1+1? So let's start from here. If you're a novice paddler, you may be gripping the shaft right down the base by the shoulder of the blade, right? Now that particular grip, there's nothing wrong with that grip, right? But there are pros and cons to having your fist or your grip so far down the shaft. So let's look at the pros first. That grip is actually going to give you very good control on the blade face, this face here, as you draw it back through the water, right? As you draw back through the water, a grip right down the bottom is going to give you pretty good control, and it's going to minimize this effect here, wandering. We call it wandering when the blade's coming back and it's drifting all over the place in the water, right? But because you've got your fist right down the bottom, you're going to have quite good control over that, so it's unlikely you're going to get a lot of wandering on the way back. The trade-off with having your grip so far down the shaft is reach. You'll still have reach, but you won't have as much reach as you could have if you held the shaft of the blade a little further up. So just keep that in mind. It may not be a biggie for you, but that's your 1 position, the pros and cons of your 1 position. Now let's have a look at another extreme. If you're holding the shaft too far up, like that, what you're going to have is very good reach out the front, good angle, good reach, but as you start pulling that blade back through the water and applying pressure, you are more likely to get this wandering or drifting effect in the water as the blade's coming back. Yeah? And that is because you won't have the same control over the blade face through the water as you would if you had a grip down here. So let's go over that again. A grip right at the base of the shaft will give you good control through the water, but you may not have as much reach. A grip too far up the shaft will give you great reach, but you may not have control through the water. So this is where 1+1 comes in. Where we recommend novice paddlers begin is 1 plus 1. 1 plus 1 being a good compromise between control and reach. Now, it's going to be different for everybody, but most coaches would recommend as a starting point this 1 plus 1 position, and then you can work from there. You can either go down a bit further or up a bit further. That's what's behind the 1 plus 1 position. So hopefully there was something in there for you, and if you like my videos, give us a like, and if you'd like to subscribe and follow me, hit the button. I'm very happy to share my dragon boat knowledge with anybody who wants to listen.